business card, updating it to a modern QR code, and why you need to get that information in the agent or prospective client's phones, because then you'll be in their contacts and not just handing them a card. Next, we're still staying with old school for now while we're just getting started here. You're going to need some brochures or pamphlets, all right? With a twist, just like with the business cards. Old-fashioned brochures or pamphlets. Oh, here's my little brochure or pamphlet. I'm the greatest inspector ever. I can inspect anything. I have all these certifications. Hire me. Whether you're giving it to a client or when you're talking to prospective real estate agents, like our open houses or at their home offices, that's a dime a dozen. Everybody's doing that. You didn't differentiate yourself. You just did the biggest sin of selling, which is you just try to sell someone on yourself just when you met them. They don't know you. They don't care what your brochure says. They want rapport with someone that they're going to recommend or someone that a client wants to hire. So I always say make 2 sets of brochures. They can be threefold or just a single, like a placard style, and they can be they need to have value. All right, a brochure bragging about yourself and everything you can offer has no value at all to anybody. It doesn't. How about make a set of brochures to hand out to agents that they can hand to prospective clients that makes their life easier, that has some kind of value. For example, make a set of brochures that would be, I'd say 3 to 5 most common defects found in a home inspection, which can be fixed when the house is listed for no money or little money. And what I mean is, if you've been in this industry a while, you'll know in your area just those common things that just repeat themselves on every single house. And they might be minor, but it just gets so tedious. It's like it's gunking up the reports for these minor things that if they've just been corrected on the front end, a lot of times it's free, it might not have caused a bigger problem. In my example from my area, the big 2 things that I want on my brochures I give to realtors, it's downspout extensions. Well, my big 3: downspout extensions, negative grading, and the last one I like to add on there a lot of times is like a high loop or something on a dishwasher. Those things in my area is almost universal. It's going to be wrong on 50%, if not 80% of homes. It's something as simple as a $5 downspout extension or cleaning the gutters out at the listing stage of the home might prevent that water leakage in the basement or that wet crawl space when it comes time for the home inspection when they finally get their house under contract. So something very minor has a lot of value to an agent. So I put together some nice, to the point little brochures, pamphlets. Hey, here's the 3 biggest things that a home inspector finds in this area that you can fix with your client before your house is even listed, or before their house is even listed, for free or little money. And that's something valuable, something in their hand that they can give to their client. You added value to that. And nowhere on there, you don't have to put on there and hire me as an inspector. You can brand it, just add your logo and brand and your contact information on the back, or on like a business card size thing at the bottom. This was provided by, your inspection company. But that had some sort of a value to add, and it wasn't just a brochure about how great you are. The second one is going to be a brochure about agents can hand to their clients about how to prepare your home for a home inspection. And I don't mean about like fix everything and all that kind of stuff. All I mean is a simple, clean brochure handout to give to agents that they can then, here's a stack of, thank you so much, I can give these to my clients, that has some value to it. And it is simple things that we all know as home inspectors, but we see over and over again being wrong. And we're like, we send out emails and this and that. And it's things like, make sure there's access to your electrical panel and water heater. Make sure that, pets are either out of the house or properly put up. Make sure that the attic is accessible, things like that. So you make up a brochure about a big 5, so, you can add more, but all the stuff you want to stay as short as possible. You don't want to give somebody a book about what they need to do. It needs to be the hot button items, not an entire book. But just like the common defect brochure or handout, it can be just you can even say, your home is ready for, your home has been scheduled for a home inspection. as a realtor, these are the things I recommend you to do. And I say, as a realtor, what do you mean? You're writing this for your realtors to give to potential clients. So to say, make sure your electrical panel is accessible and that there's the garbage and your stuff in your garage is cleaned out in front of it. Make sure your water heater is accessible. Make sure your utilities are on, activated inside the home, not just on at the street. And then you can brand that on the brochure somewhere on it, with your information, your business. But it's not I'm a great brochure. It's I'm adding value to a transactions brochure. Those type of things will pay 500% higher than the 99% of brochures about how great you are. They look at it, they throw it away. All right, so I'll have some examples in the content. Make sure you have a couple brochures made up of common defects on a home inspection that they can nip in the butt before they even list their home. That's free or low expense. And a brochure of how to prepare your home for a home inspection. Brand it with your information. When you meet with agents, which I'm going to go over later in the course, but when you're meeting with those agents, you can hand them a stack of those, and they're going to remember that, and they're going to use that information, and they're going to hand those out. They may never hand them out, but they're going to remember that home inspector that provided something of value to them, and then just show up and say, hey, I'm a home inspector, hire me. Now, keeping with what we've already learned with the business cards and the importance of QR codes and how to turn a business card digital, why not make a short YouTube video and put it on a YouTube channel, which we'll get to later, about 3 biggest things that you need to correct on your home before your inspection. Or to make another video, hey, your home has been scheduled for an inspection. As an inspector, here's things to make our life easier. Make sure the electrical panel is accessible, make sure pets are put up, etc. Make those videos into QR codes, add that onto those brochures. So then they can just scan it and watch the video if they want to. Or your agent then, make sure you remind them, hey, to scan that QR code, you can text your client or email them a link after they get a home inspection scheduled. I don't care who the inspection's with, right? Right now we're just marketing and branding. This is just helping the agent and helping the clients and helping even people that's not even your client. But this type of marketing is brand marketing. It actually builds relationships, and it builds enormous amount of referral business and organic business. Just walking up to somebody, handing a brochure and asking for a sale is not building business. Providing useful material to someone at no charge with no implied reason why you're doing it, just providing it because you want to help out, will pay 10-fold, 100-fold over other marketing programs.